Hey guys, it's P. Scott here. Welcome to another episode of Ride Along. We got B-Man.
What up?
Shadow Kid. Finally, we got him back.
I know, right? It's been forever.
Yeah, so this is going to be a busy week. So we're going to talk about wrestling. We're going to review the Nickelback documentary, Love to Hate,
great movie.
right? It was called Love to Hate.
Yep.
Great movie. We're going to review the AEW last week. That was here in Toronto. That me and B-Man went to.
Yeah, my first ever
Dynamite
AEW
and
show.
Rampage, but he didn't stay for Rampage. Womp womp.
I'll get into it later. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't.
Oh yeah, because you ran into you know who. Anyways, and that's pretty much it. So let's start with wrestling. It's been a busy week. We got The Rock and Cody Rhodes feuding.
Yeah. Okay. I got a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
Honestly, what I don't get is what's kind of messed up is that they've been building Rock versus Cody, right?
Yeah.
But and I know they're having a tag match night one, but Seth's been focusing on his match with Drew a little bit more with that, and of course he had the segment on Raw with CM Punk. But the thing with the build is it's been mainly Rock and Cody. Roman hasn't been around, so it's been that, and as I said, Seth's been busy, so it's been left to Rock and Cody to carry the storyline. But here's the problem. Is the main match is supposed to be Cody versus Roman.
Yeah.
They did a face-off a couple weeks ago, but other than that, it hasn't been that much. If you ask me, Roman or both of them should have been the one to give the beatdown to Cody, not just Rock.
Yeah.
Because it's not Rock versus Cody, it's Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth, but it's mainly Roman versus Cody. What?
But what if night one, Cody versus Rock? No. What if The Rock injures Cody so bad that he can't compete night two?
Well, and I guess they're screwed.
That could be. Now, there are rumors at SummerSlam, Cody versus Rock. So that shows me right there. So like everyone's saying, so what's next for Cody if he can't beat Rock, right? I mean, sorry, Roman. Well, he can face like The Rock at WrestleMania. I mean, sorry, at SummerSlam, right? In a one-on-one. So that's something else that he can do.
And that's fine, but right now his focus should be on Roman, not The Rock.
Yeah. But they're also trying to build up to possibly a SummerSlam match.
Again, that's fine, but wait for that towards SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Not leading up in the build to WrestleMania.
But also The Rock gets more views. I mean, sorry. Yeah, The Rock will get more TV views than Roman Reigns. Everyone knows that. If The Rock is on TV, people watch.
Okay, then why not? Why didn't they have Rock and Roman beating down Cody?
That's true.
That's my question. What do you think, Dougie? Shouldn't they have had at least Roman be part of it a little bit more? Like, I know he's on vacation a lot, but still.
Because it's Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania night 2.
Yeah.
Night 1 is a tag match.
Yeah.
And if Seth and Cody win the match, Bloodline's not interfering in the match. So the way this is going is The Rock and Roman should be going at Cody, and Cody should be going at The Rock and Roman. But now that they're having it, it's only The Rock and Cody, which is kind of weird. I know it's not like Rock per se does not have like an actual match on night 1 or night 2. Sorry, night 2. It's Roman, so it should be Roman's segments.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
Like it's like yes, I get it that they're building up to it, but the thing is, with this big build here, it seems like Cody Rhodes is gonna actually lose, and then have The Rock face Cody Rhodes somewhere down the line, somewhere to finish the storyline. But we don't know if that's gonna happen or not. Because we don't know what's gonna play out in night 1 or night 2.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. We don't know what's gonna happen. I want the Bloodline
I want the Bloodline literally not to interfere in this match. I want Seth and Cody to actually win. But in all of this, it's The Rock's gonna try and make it a distraction or even something like that, and it's gonna have the Bloodline back together again, and all of a sudden, boom, Cody Rhodes loses to night 2 because of stupid Bloodline. Like every time Roman has a match, Bloodline gets involved. Like, come on, like, I'm sorry, a champ shouldn't be doing that.
I agree with that, but I have what do you call it, a caveat. It should be done sparingly. I guess Roman is a heel, but he needs to get some clean wins on his own to increase his legitimacy. Every time we've seen him defend his title for the past 2 years, it's been bloodline interference.
Bloodline interference or some kind of interference. Or even like a 10 count hold the rope type thing. Or
Yeah, because he got disqualified by choking Seth out. Yeah.
Like what he did with Seth Rollins. He knew Rollins was gonna win that match, but Roman was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna have him. We're just gonna have.
Just not gonna break the hold. Get disqualified. Keep my title.
We're just gonna have him like leaving in the hold and hold the ropes.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Like, have a clean fight. You've never had a clean fight since. So dumb.
What do you think, Brandon?
I'm not too sure.
I just hope that Cody actually wins this time,
I hope he
because
wins, yeah.
if he doesn't, then not only am I going to have to live with the fact that the last world champion I'm going to see for WWE is going to be Roman Reigns once they move to Netflix, but
well, you don't know because for the Netflix thing. Well, we don't know if it's still going to be on the Store 360 and Netflix.
no, it's going.
Or
It's going.
strictly Netflix. You got to pay like.
No, they're going to
$10
Netflix.
watch
They're
it.
going to Netflix. They're going to be exclusively on Netflix.
Like, that's just stupid. Like, paying $10 to watch wrestling, and then Netflix is probably gonna put out a Netflix Plus. You're gonna pay extra to watch it. Like, seriously. Like, yes, I get Netflix is going down in business and whatnot, so WWE's trying to up business. But still, I wouldn't pay $10 to watch WWE.
Yeah, that too. But also, if Cody doesn't win, whenever he does, if he ever does, it's not going to have the same impact. It's not going to feel the same. It's going to be like, oh, that's great. Why didn't they do it? Why didn't they do it 2 times ago or last time? And especially if it's not against Roman. Like, say somebody else beats Roman, and then Cody beats him. Like, that doesn't. Cody's whole thing's been about finishing the story. He wants to finish the story against Roman Reigns. But if he doesn't do it, then nobody's going to care as much.
Oh, speeding cop.
Sorry? Speeding cop. What?
A traffic cop, yeah.
Yeah, he was pulling someone over.
Anyway, what else happened on Raw? Well, we said CM Punk came back, and Seth and Drew had a nice. It was really like. It was a long segment, but it was really fun. A lot of stuff I think had to be ad-libbed. I love Drew. He's like, "Don't shoot up my kilt, you perv." That was funny as hell. And I remember too, Punk was trying to get Drew to say the name of the guy who hired him, who called him the Chosen One, but obviously he can't say it because we all know who that is. Vince McMahon. But so now apparently Punk's going to be the special guest commentator for the Rollins McIntyre match at WrestleMania, which is going to be night 2. So that should be interesting.
Both Cody and fucking Seth Rollins are having 2 matches.
Yeah, they're having a tag match, and Seth's like, I can kind of understand why, but at the same time, like, he doesn't have any stake in this, in the tag match. It doesn't affect his match, you know, at all. Like, it's not going to be like, oh, if Seth loses, Drew gets to choose a special stipulation for the match or something like that. No, it's just a one-on-one. It's just Seth versus Drew is still going to be one-on-one. Like, there's not going to be bloodline interference and none of that stuff. So I don't know why he's helping Cody out. But this could all just be a swerve and Seth's actually gonna betray Cody. Who knows? What was I gonna say? Shoot, something else about that. Oh, apparently I saw online Becky Lynch. She wants to kick off WrestleMania Night 1 against Rhea Ripley, right? So I'm thinking to myself, you know what? That's an interesting parallel, because if you have Becky Lynch take on Rhea Ripley in the opener of Night 1 for the Women's World Championship, and then Night 2 as the opener, you get Seth versus Drew for the Men's World Championship. Seth and Becky both open their respective nights of WrestleMania.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
So
I don't think it's gonna happen, but it could be pretty cool.
I don't think so either, but you never know.
You never know. You never know. Subject card could change at any given time.
Well, they haven't announced they haven't announced the certain matches they've announced to be on Night 1 and Night 2 respectively, but they haven't announced the opener yet, so I don't know even if they will, but we'll see.
But other than that, for Becky Lynch, I got her book, signature on
Nice.
it. Yeah. Accepted.
So other than that, oh yeah, you guys obviously saw the segment between Rock and Cody, where Rock made actually Cody bleed.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was obviously a blade job.
Yeah, of course. But I liked it a lot. But as I said, the only problem I had with it is because now if anything else happens between Roman and Cody leading up to, it's not going to have the same impact. It's not going to get Roman the same amount of heat as Rock got by busting Cody open. So I'm a little worried about that, because that's supposed to be the main. We're talking like the main event, the little last match of the entire WrestleMania. But it just feels secondary as opposed to the first night main event between Cody, Seth versus Roman and Rock. So I could be wrong. Maybe they'll surprise me. My hopes are very high. Anyway,
We're only 12 minutes in. Holy shit! I just looked at the phone. Time flies.
yeah, no.
Feels like we've been out longer.
Anyway, so unless anybody else has anything to talk about regarding WWE.
Not really.
Yeah, because you hardly ever watch the shows anyway.
We talked about
But
it.
I still watch the highlights and I know somewhat what's going on. Okay, are we able to move? Since we're on wrestling, can we talk about AEW?
Yeah, I was just about to say, let's move on to AEW.
Yeah.
AEW.
The better show, honestly, there's a lot more action.
Eh,
Well, you don't watch it much, so there you go. The main event, Adam Copeland versus
Christian Cage for the TNT title. That was a fun match. Freaking hilarious. A lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They fought in the crowd. They were doing like a hockey fight. Christian just fully puts on a friggin' Boston Bruins jersey. Adam Copeland puts on a Maple Leafs jersey, and they have a hockey fight, and he's like hitting him with hockey sticks and stuff.
And I'll say about that match, that's the match that we all wanted to see. WWE would never give us that.
Most likely, yeah.
They,
Maybe under Triple H they would.
That's true.
Under Vince,
Yeah,
no.
and then I saw, and then just as the opener of AEW there with Sasha Banks, what you call her, aka Sasha Banks.
Mercedes Moné.
Perez,
Yeah,
whatever
she
her
did a
name.
great promo.
So
Also,
she
if you
did a
were-
great promo, but
Yeah.
then when the camera was panning around on my TV there, I saw B-Scat.
Where?
And on
In the crowd.
on the TV.
Where else?
They showed me on the crowd?
Yeah. They
Okay.
literally panned out in the crowd.
When-
and I saw you.
When she was doing her promo?
Yeah.
Show me, because I didn't even know when I watched it.
Well, I don't
Oh,
think you recorded it.
I gotta look back on the.
Send it
video,
to
though.
me if you find it on Instagram or something, on Facebook or YouTube.
No, I'm gonna send it on my TV and rewatch it again and send it on my TV.
Yeah. Just film
And
it.
I had it recorded, so I watched it the day after, but I
Mhm.
still ended up watching it.
Also, Will Ospreay called out Bryan Danielson. I actually watched it this past week. Like, that was a really, really great match that the guy had.
And then Swerve called out Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Also, this Saturday, Adam Copeland is having an open challenge in London at AEW Collision. So, yeah.
Ontario or England?
London, Ontario.
Okay.
Also, Jericho faced Hook. Hook is actually Taz's son.
Yeah, I knew that.
So that was pretty cool. So they actually just made a proposition on this week's Dynamite for Jericho to manage Hook. I think they accepted. I don't really know. But yeah. Also on Rampage, the women had a great tag team Extreme Rules. They went through tables, ladders. There were Tic Tacs. Sorry, what are they called? Thumbtacks?
Tic Tacs.
They're called
Thumbtacks.
Again, B-Man missed a really, really good show. Even if you don't know who people are, you should still stay around. It was still great action.
I'm sure it was.
Not
but
as good as Edge and Christian, but it was still pretty good.
I'm sure it was good. I just, like, I as I said to B-Scat before, for me it's about more about knowing the characters or knowing the storyline behind them rather than just seeing them fight, you know?
Yeah, but you could also have Googled it while you were sitting there.
That's not really the same.
But yeah, I really, really liked AEW. This is my, I think, third or fourth event I've been to. I've pretty much been to all the TV shows now. I also went to Forbidden Door last year, which is one of their pay-per-views, which they pinned their superstars against new Japan Pro stars.
Cool.
But yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I personally I like the show quite a bit. Like I know I didn't know that many people. I knew Jericho, obviously, Adam, Christian. That main event was incredibly fun. I had a blast watching it. It was so good.
And it was also a shorter show. So their so Dynamite is like their Monday Night Raw. So that is their flagship show. Their main event show, let's call it, like their show is only a 2-hour show. But they actually went over.
Yeah.
So
that's what I heard.
Yeah. They went over, which is good because, yeah.
Apparently on TV, they were literally about to fade to black just as Adam won the title.
Yeah. But then they put the ending of the match on Rampage, technically.
Oh, okay.
Because if you watch the fade, then they say like a minute later, and welcome to Rampage. I'm just doing a giant loop if you're wondering.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was definitely a really fun show.
Yeah.
So if I were to go again, or if it were to come to town again, if I knew enough people on the card, I would definitely go see it again.
How about we say this, B-Man? How about if they announce a show, you do your research and learn everyone on the card, and then you go?
Yeah, well, now that I know I can, then yeah, that won't
also
be a
watch
problem.
it a couple weeks before. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I know, but for the longest time, I thought it was on a channel I couldn't get, so I didn't bother watching.
Too.
Yeah, I didn't know that before.
It's on TSN.
What show again?
TSN 2. It's on.
Oh yeah, TSN 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that before. Now I do, so I can start. I forgot to watch it yesterday, but
yeah.
Or tape it.
Anyway.
There's the tape at the Brandon.
But I'm actually glad I didn't stick around to watch Rampage, because something like really awesome happened when I was and you know what's funny is, okay, if any one of the following things didn't happen, I wouldn't have run into them. So if I had stuck around to watch Rampage, if he had stuck around to watch Rampage, if I had decided instead I was going to take the TTC because the train was going to be like another like 20 minutes or whatever, or if I had gone to a different part of the platform, or if the train wasn't just going, because he was going westbound. If the train didn't get on if the trains weren't dropping at the same platform, because it was just the one platform they were servicing,
Sorry?
I work right here.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's a ways away. But yeah, so if the train hasn't been serving the same platform both directions, then I wouldn't have. So basically, if any one of those things hadn't happened, I wouldn't have run into him. But anyway, I ran into a YouTuber I'm a huge fan of. His name's Christian Miracle. He does Wrestling Sins videos where he basically goes through old shows and pay-per-views and talks about like stuff wrestlers do wrong. Not like Botchamania. It's a little bit different, but like, say for example, for wrestlers talking to the wrestlers, like bad-mouthing their opponent during the match, that's considered a sin to him because it could end up costing the match, which more often than not it does. Or if sometimes if a wrestler botches a move, he'll say something like, if they're hitting each other, quote unquote, and it's obvious that they missed, he'd say something like, "What a devastating punch to the air," kind of thing, right? It's anyway, like I said, I'm a huge fan of him, so I actually ran into him, and I actually had like a nice, I wouldn't say long conversation, but I had a nice conversation with him. We were talking about, I was asking him like how everything was going, like when he thinks he'd be back from, because he's been on quite a bit of a break, and he was telling me about, he's been kind of burnt out, and he actually, I'm not going to say anything here, but he told me something that apparently I was the first person to ever hear about something he's got planned for the future. So that was really like an honor to hear. So yeah, if like I said, if none of those things had happened, then I wouldn't have ran into him. I wouldn't have had a chance to chat with him, and it was great. It was a great time, like overall a great time. The show itself, getting to meet and chat with him, it was an awesome time.
All right, let's move on to the Nickelback Love to Hate documentary.
That was
Not
a
all
great
three of
movie.
us seen,
Yeah,
but
different theaters.
But Shadow Kid over here seen it at a different theater.
I seen it at Young and Dundas Theater.
I thought you went to Young and Eglinton.
I had to because I was working that night and I didn't want to travel all the way down to Eglinton just to go see you guys at a theater.
Yeah.
I'd rather just go there, so I did. But overall, my theater was like, so basically the movie starts as the beginning opening and whatever. So the guys do like a little woo, like type of thing, whatever.
Was it a busy theater?
There's like about 30 people in the theater. So
Ours
it's
only
not
had
bad.
4 people.
No, it was more than 4.
Like maybe 5.
No, I mean like there were more people. I noticed there were quite a few people sitting a few rows ahead of us. Like I'd say like 20 people.
Maybe.
So basically, as the movie was playing, whatever, and songs come up, the whole theater would just scream out the songs and whatnot. It was.
Oh, ours didn't.
Yeah.
My theater was like, it was almost like a concert sitting in my theater.
Lucky. Fuck, we should have gone to Young and
You
Dundas.
should have went to my theater, my friend. It was the best, man. My
Well,
theater was the
you
best.
would have had to take TTC anyway. Well, I didn't know when that was playing it. The other like it's 7 o'clock. Well, I didn't know that though. That's the thing.
Well, all theaters were 7. They're showing it at 3 o'clock, but I didn't go to that because I had to work.
Yeah.
But there's also another showing tomorrow. I believe that's 7 o'clock
Yeah.
again at selected theaters.
Yeah, you're the only one out of the 3 of us who could actually go to that if you wanted to.
I could if I wanted to.
Yeah, because I know you're going away and I gotta work.
But the thing is, once it comes out on TV, man, that shit's being bought.
If
It goes out on TV, yeah.
because they're more or less trying to get rid of physical media. They're all going to like streaming and stuff now.
Yeah, but the problem is, what streaming platform is gonna play this film for an hour and 45 minutes?
Lots of streaming platforms and lots of films.
But yeah, let's get into the movie itself. I really liked the documentary, like learning a lot about the band and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. Apparently they've only ever had 3 different drummers,
Yeah, only.
and they've been around for since the 90s.
1996.
So yeah, so we're almost 30 years into it now.
30 years, they come up with 3 different members, so technically
3
each
different
member only lasts about
drummers.
10 years.
Well, if you average it out, yes, but the first one was only there for like a year or so. The second one was there for like 7 years, and then the third guy's been there ever since.
Yeah, from Three Doors Down, the drummer.
Yeah, the former
Yeah,
Three
he
Doors
was
Down
like,
drummer.
oh, do I have to leave Three Doors Down just to come to you guys? Let me talk to my stage manager.
I like the one part where the guy, the drummer, the same guy, the same drummer, he was talking about how he thought he had to quit the band or because of what, like he couldn't move his arm or something like that. So
Yeah,
and
that
then
was the third member.
and then he texted them, and then Chad Kruger got back to him and he's like, "So I heard you broke your dick."
Yeah.
I was dying at that part. That was so
That
funny.
was so fucking funny.
That was hilarious.
I really like that movie. Man.
That was a great movie.
It was.
Well, they're
Give
talking
it a 9 out of 10 for sure.
9.5 for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
I would see it again if it was on
9.5 out of 10 for me too, because Nickelback came a long way.
they did.
Started as a small group in school,
Yeah.
where Chad even said in the movie, "I broke into my school even after I graduated the school."
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he
it
was
like,
that's part of the song. That's what part of the photograph. Yeah,
Yeah, for the song "Photograph," when he broke into the school.
that's what that's about. Yeah.
I just watched a Gordon Lightfoot documentary like with my dad on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
It was really good. But yeah, I think that's all we really have to talk about.
Yeah. So if you ever get a chance to watch the movie,
I
whether
highly
on streaming, yeah, definitely recommend it.
So yeah, so you quickly wanted to touch on Shadow Kids. Speaking of music, with the concerts that we're going to,
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar, Foreigner and Styx, Bush,
And Creed at the end of the
and
year.
Creed in November. Excited.
Yeah.
Wonder what concert Brandon will be coming
Well, first of all, the first concert
Probably none of the
is
above. I don't know.
Foreigner and Styx.
to. Yeah.
Then it's Sammy Hagar. Then it's Bush, because Bush is joining the X. I don't
No.
know why they gotta put it that way.
That means we get into the X for free. Woohoo!
We might. I don't know. It all depends on how they do their.
That's usually how they do it every year.
Well, you don't get into the X for free. You just get into the concert for free.
No, you get into the X for free with your concert ticket.
Oh,
That's how it's always been, dude.
Oh, I thought they were. When he said the X, I thought he
Same
meant like
with
the
if you're
band show.
going to a sports game at BMO Field.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know that, but I'm saying like
You don't get to go on the rides and shit. But
He said he said the X. I figured he meant like the actual exhibition,
Oh, man,
not
now I
like
get to
Ontario
save ton of
Place.
cash.
Yeah, man. I might go to the X with my friend too.
I honestly don't know if I'm going to the X this year.
Why? Look at
It's
this
just all
guy.
the same
Well,
shit.
well, Brandon did say he doesn't know the concert lineup yet, so it may change.
Who's this
his mind.
lady? Smoking a cigarette. We're just
Yeah,
gonna
we know.
pause and do this side of the ride along because we're outside Lucas' house. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for
I'm excited for my first concert and the last one.
yeah, I'm very excited.
I'm very
and
excited
there's
to
definitely
see
going to be
Foreigner.
some more for sure. Also, we just seen D12 a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
That was a
fucking
great show. It was an amazing show.
But the problem is
Yeah.
with the D12 show,
yeah,
they told everybody that they were supposed to, the whole members of D12 were supposed to sign stuff.
yeah.
Well, yes, they did. Don't get me wrong, they did. But there was one mistake that they did. I was up there, and they were gonna sign my poster. They're like, yeah, sure, I'll sign your poster. Fucking security guard told me no.
Wow.
One autograph.
Oh, jeez.
So I was like fucking pissed.
Wow.
Pissed off. Like I didn't like it, but oh well.
Yeah.
What you get, but I still got their autographs anyways. But that was a good show.
Yeah.
Good to see
What do
that.
you got? And then me and Brandon are going to Niagara Comic Con in June.
That's gonna be fun.
I might show up. I don't know because
That's gonna
I'm
be hella
still debating
expensive,
on
too.
if I really want to see like certain stars.
Yeah. I might dress up.
Well, most of the main ones I think you'd want to see are on Saturday and Sunday, but we're going on Friday.
Yeah, I know. They also have for BSCAT there. They also have Toronto Sports Card Expo.
I know.
At the end of this month.
Yep.
And RVD is going to be there.
Yeah, but I'm busy that day.
I know.
Yeah, they'd be working.
And then
I'm
there's
surprised.
also
I'm surprised he's
another
not doing it on April 20th.
Doug Gilmore is at the Niagara Comic Con on the Saturday.
That's what I'm saying. Most of the people he'd want to see are on
Doug Gilmore,
Saturdays.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we saw the autograph / photo op for the Bella Twins and Brian Danielson. Guess how much it is, B-Scat?
How much?
It's almost $600 for the boat.
How did you find it online? It wasn't online yesterday.
You looked it up earlier.
Yeah, I looked it up, but the Goldust one's still be determined.
Oh,
A
wow.
lot of them are, yeah. A lot of them are
But
still
yeah,
TBD.
it's like $580. It's like okay, the Bella Twins, yes, I get it. It's $310, and then you got like fucking Dan O'Brien. It's like $280 or something like that. But it's AW stars plus celebs now, as what you call the Bella Twins, is celebs. So like, why would they want to charge so much for an autograph and a photo?
Yeah.
Oh, then I completely slipped my mind too. There was a killer line by. Sorry, I know we passed that already, but there's a killer line by CM Punk on that show on Raw. He's just like, I may not be able to move my arm, but my mouth still works. April knows what I'm talking about. Fucking hilarious. Anyway, yeah. So I think that's about it. Anybody have anything else to talk about?
Not really. How about you, Doug?
Not really.
All right, well, B-Scat, take us home then.
Okay. Anyways, guys,
Literally and figuratively.
have a good night.
Take it
Peace out.
easy.